The book of Yirmeyahu, also called the book of Jeremiah, chapter 31. At the same time, says Yahuah, will I be the Elohim of all the families of Yashar'el, and they shall be my people. Thus says Yahuah, the people who were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness, even Yashar'el when I went to cause him to rest. Yahuah has appeared of old unto me, saying, Yea, I have loved you with an everlasting love. Therefore with loving kindness have I drawn you. Again I will build you, and you shall be built, O Virgin of Yashar'el. You shall again be adorned with your tabrets, and shall go forth in the dances of them that make merry. You shall plant vines upon the mountains of Shomeron. The planters shall plant, and shall eat them as common things. For there shall be a day, that the Nazarene upon Mount Ephraim shall cry, Arise ye, and let us go up to Zion unto Yahuah Eloheinu. For thus says Yahuah, Sing with gladness for Yaakov, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, praise ye, and say, O Yahuah, save your people, the remnant of Yashar'el. Behold, I will bring them from the north country, and gather them from the coasts of the earth, and with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that travails with child together. A great company shall return thither. They shall come with weeping, and with supplications will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of waters in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am a father to Yashar'el, and Ephraim is my firstborn. Hear the word of Yahuah, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off. And say, He that scattered Yashar'el will gather him, and guard him as a shepherd his flock. For Yahuah has redeemed Yaakov, and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he. Therefore they shall come and sing in the height of Chion, and shall flow together to the goodness of Yahuah. For wheat, and for wine, and for oil, and for the young of the flock and of the herd. And their soul shall be as a watered garden, and they shall not sorrow any more at all. Then shall the virgin rejoice in the dance, both young men and old together, for I will turn their mourning into joy, and will comfort them, and make them rejoice from their sorrow. And I will satiate the soul of the priests with fatness, and my people shall be satisfied with my goodness, says Yahuah. Thus says Yahuah, a voice was heard in Ramah, lamentation, and bitter weeping. Rachel, weeping for her children, refused to be comforted for her children, because they were not. Thus says Yahuah, refrain your voice from weeping, and your eyes from tears, for your work shall be rewarded, says Yahuah, and they shall come again from the land of the enemy. And there is hope in your end, says Yahuah, that your children shall come again to their own border. I have surely heard Ephraim bemoaning himself thus, You have chastised me, and I was chastised, as a bullock unaccustomed to the yoke. Turn me, and I shall be turned, for you are Yahuah Elohai. Surely after that I was turned, I repented, and after that I was instructed, I smote upon my thigh. I was ashamed, yea, even confounded, because I did bear the reproach of my youth. Is Ephraim my dear son? Is he a pleasant child? For since I spoke against him, I do earnestly remember him still. Therefore my heart is troubled for him. I will surely have mercy upon him, says Yahuah. Set you up waymarks, make you high heaps. Set your heart toward the highway, even the way which you went. Turn again, O Virgin of Yashar'el. Turn again to these your cities. How long will you go about, O you backsliding daughter? For Yahuah has created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Thus says Yahuah Tsevaoth, the Elohai of Yashar'el. As yet they shall use this speech in the land of Yehuda and in the cities thereof, when shall bring again their captivity. Yahuah bless you, O habitation of justice and mountain of holiness. And there shall dwell in Yehuda itself, and in all the cities thereof together, husbandmen, and they that go forth with flocks. For I have satiated the weary soul, and I have replenished every sorrowful soul. Upon this I awoke and beheld, and my sleep was sweet unto me. Behold, the days come, says Yahuah, that I will sow the house of Yashar'el and the house of Yehuda with the seed of man, and with the seed of beast. And it shall come to pass, that like as I have watched over them, to pluck up and to break down, and to throw down, and to destroy, and to afflict, so will I watch over them, to build and to plant, says Yahuah. In those days they shall say no more, the fathers have eaten a sour grape, and the children's teeth are set on edge. But everyone shall die for his own iniquity. Every man that eats the sour grape, his teeth shall be set on edge. Behold, the days come, says Yahuah, that I will cut a renewed covenant with the house of Yashar'el and with the house of Yehudah, not according to the covenant that I cut with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Mitzrayim, which my covenant they broke, although I was a husband unto them, says Yahuah. But this shall be the covenant that I will cut with the house of Yashar'el. After those days, says Yahuah, I will put my Torah in their inward parts, and write it in their hearts, and will be their Elohim, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know Yahuah, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, says Yahuah, for will forgive their iniquity, and will remember their sin no more. Thus says Yahuah, which gives the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divides the sea when the waves thereof roar. Yahuah Tsevaoth is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, says Yahuah, then the seed of Yashar'el also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Thus says Yahuah, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Yashar'el for all that they have done, says Yahuah. Behold, the days come, says Yahuah, that the city shall be built to Yahuah from the tower of Chananel unto the gate of the corner, and the measuring line shall yet go forth over against it upon the hill Garev, and shall compass about to Goatha, and the whole valley of the dead bodies, and of the ashes, and all the fields unto the brook of Kidron, unto the corner of the horse gate toward the east, shall be holy unto Yahuah. It shall not be plucked up, nor thrown down any more forever. Chapter 32. The word that came to Yirmeyahu from Yahuah in the 10th year of Tzidkiyahu, king of Yehudah, which was the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar. For then the king of Babel's army besieged Yerushalayim, and Yirmeyahu, the prophet, was shut up in the court of the prison, which was in the king of Yehudah's house. For Tzidkiyahu, king of Yehudah, had shut him up, saying, Wherefore do you prophesy, and say, Thus says Yahuah, Behold, I will give this city into the hand of the king of Babel, and he shall take it. And Tzidkiyahu, king of Yehudah, shall not escape out of the hand of the Kasdim, but shall surely be delivered into the hand of the king of Babel, and shall speak with him mouth to mouth, and his eyes shall behold his eyes. And he shall lead Tzidkiyahu to Babel, and there shall he be until I visit him, says Yahuah. Though ye fight with the Kasdim, ye shall not prosper. And Yirmeyahu said, The word of Yahuah came unto me, saying, Behold, Chanamel the son of Shallum, your uncle, shall come unto you, saying, Buy you my field that is in Anathoth, for the right of redemption is yours to buy it. So Chanamel my uncle's son came to me in the court of the prison according to the word of Yahuah, and said unto me, Buy my field, I pray you, that is in Anathoth, which is in the country of Benjamin, for the right of inheritance is yours, and the redemption is yours. Buy it for yourself. Then I knew that this was the word of Yahuah, and I bought the field of Chanamel, my uncle's son, that was in Anathoth, and weighed him the money, even 17 shekels of silver, and I subscribed the evidence, and sealed it, and took witnesses, and weighed him the money in the balances. So I took the evidence of the purchase, both that which was sealed according to the commandment and custom, and that which was open. And I gave the evidence of the purchase unto Baruch the son of Neriyahu, the son of Maaseyahu, in the sight of Chanamel my uncle's son, and in the presence of the witnesses that subscribed the Cepher of the purchase, before all the Yehudim that sat in the court of the prison. And I charged Baruch before them, saying, Thus says Yahuah Tsevaoth, the Elohai of Yashar'el, Take these evidences, this evidence of the purchase, both which is sealed, and this evidence which is open, and put them in an earthen vessel, that they may continue many days. For thus says Yahuah Tsevaoth, the Elohai of Yashar'el, houses and fields and vineyards shall be possessed again in this land. Now when I had delivered the evidence of the purchase unto Baruch, the son of Yirmeyahu, I prayed unto Yahuah, saying, Ah, Adonai Yahuah, behold, you have made the heavens and the earth by your great power and stretched out arm, and there is nothing too hard for you. You show loving kindness unto thousands, and recompense the iniquity of the fathers into the bosom of their children after them. Hagadol, Ha'el Gibor, Yahuah Tsevaoth is his name, great in counsel and mighty in work. For your eyes are open upon all the ways of the sons of men, to give everyone according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings, which have set signs and wonders in the land of Mitzrayim, even unto this day, and in Yashar'el, and among other men, and have made you a name as at this day, and have brought forth your people Yashar'el out of the land of Mitzrayim with signs, and with wonders, and with a strong hand, and with a stretched out arm, and with great terror, and have given them this land, which you did swear 7 oaths to their fathers to give them, a land flowing with milk and honey, and they came in and possessed it. But they obeyed not your voice, neither walked in your Torah. They have done nothing of all that you commanded them to do. Therefore you have caused all this evil to come upon them. Behold the mounts, they are come unto the city to take it, and the city is given into the hand of the Kasdim that fight against it, because of the sword, and of the famine, and of the pestilence. And what you have spoken is come to pass, and behold, you see it. And you have said unto me, O Adonai Yahuah, buy the field for money and take witnesses, for the city is given into the hand of the Kasdim. Then came the word of Yahuah unto Yirmeyahu, saying, Behold, I am Yahuah, the Elohai of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? Therefore thus says Yahuah, Behold, I will give this city into the hand of the Kasdim, and into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar king of Babel, and he shall take it. And the Kasdim, that fight against this city, shall come and set fire on this city, and burn it with the houses, upon whose roofs they have offered incense unto Baal, and poured out drink offerings unto other Elohim, to provoke me to anger. For the children of Yashar'el and the children of Yehudah have only done evil before me from their youth. For the children of Yashar'el have only provoked me to anger with the work of their hands, says Yahuah. For this city has been to me as a provocation of my anger and of my fury from the day that they built it even unto this day, that I should remove it from before my face. Because of all the evil of the children of Yashar'el and of the children of Yehudah, which they have done to provoke me to anger. They, their kings, their princes, their priests, and their prophets, and the men of Yehudah, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and they have turned unto me the back and not the face. Though I taught them, rising up early and teaching them, yet they have not hearkened to receive instruction. But they set their abominations in the house, which is called by my name, to defile it. And they built the high places of Baal, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire unto Molech, which I commanded them not, neither came it into my mind that they should do this abomination, to cause Yehudah to sin. And now therefore thus says Yahuah, the Elohai of Yashar'el, concerning this city, whereof ye say, It shall be delivered into the hand of the king of Babel by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence. Behold, I will gather them out of all countries, whither I have driven them in my anger, and in my fury, and in great wrath. And I will bring them again unto this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely. And they shall be mu people, and I will be their Elohim. And I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever, for the good of them and of their children after them. And I will cut an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them, to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, that they shall not depart from me. Yea, I will rejoice over them to do them good, and I will plant them in this land assuredly with my whole heart and with my whole soul, For thus says Yahuah, like as I have brought all this great evil upon this people, so will I bring upon them all the good that I have promised them. And fields shall be bought in this land, whereof ye say, it is desolate without man or beast. It is given into the hand of the Kasdim. Men shall buy fields for money, and subscribe evidence, and seal it, and take witnesses in the land of Binyamin, and in the places about Yerushalayim, and in the cities of Yehudah, and in the cities of the mountains, and in the cities of the valley, and in the cities of the Negev. For I will cause their captivity to return, says Yahuah. Chapter 33. Moreover, the word of Yahuah came unto Yirmeyahu the second time, while he was yet shut up in the court of the prison, saying, Thus says Yahuah the maker thereof, that formed it, to establish it. Yahuah is his name. Call unto me, and I will answer you, and show you great and mighty things, which you know not. For thus says Yahuah, the Elohai of Yashar'el, concerning the houses of this city, and concerning the houses of the kings of Yehudah, which are thrown down by the mounts, and by the sword. They come to fight with the Kasdim, but it is to fill them with the dead bodies of men, whom I have slain in my anger and in my fury, and for all whose wickedness I have hid my face from this city. Behold, I will bring it health and cure, and I will cure them, and will reveal unto them the abundance of peace and truth. And I will cause the captivity of Yashar'el to return, and will build them as at the first. And I will cleanse them from all their iniquity, whereby they have sinned against me. And I will pardon all their iniquities, whereby they have sinned, and whereby they have transgressed against me. And it shall be to me a name of joy, a praise, and an honor before all the nations of the earth, which shall hear all the good that I do unto them, and they shall fear and tremble for all the goodness and for all the prosperity that I procure unto it. Thus says Yahuah, again there shall be heard in this place, which ye say shall be desolate without man and out beast, even in the cities of Yehudah, and in the streets of Yerushalayim, that are desolate without man, and without inhabitant, and without beast, the voice of joy, and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom, and the voice of the bride, the voice of them that shall say, Praise Yahuah Sevaoth, for Yahuah is good, for his mercy endures forever, and of them that shall bring the sacrifice of praise into the house of Yahuah. For I will cause to return the captivity of the land, as at the first, says Yahuah. Thus says Yahuah Tsevaoth, again in this place, which is desolate without man and without beast, and in all the cities thereof, shall be a habitation of shepherds, causing their flocks to lie down. In the cities of the mountains, in the cities of the valley, and in the cities of the Negev, and in the land of Binyamin, and in the places about Yerushalayim, and in the cities of Yehudah, shall the flocks pass again under the hands of him that tells them, says Yahuah. Behold, the days come, says Yahuah, that will perform that good thing which I have promised unto the house of Yashar'el and to the house of Yehudah. In those days and at that time will I cause the branch of righteousness to grow up unto David, and he shall execute judgment and righteousness in the land. In those days shall Yehudah be saved, and Yerushalayim shall dwell safely. And this is the name wherewith she shall be called, Yahuah Tzidkenu. For thus says Yahuah, David shall never want a man to sit upon the throne of the house of Yashar'el, neither shall the priests the Leviim want a man before me to offer ascending smoke offerings, and to kindle oblations, and to do sacrifice continually. And the word of Yahuah came unto Yirmeyahu, saying, Thus says Yahuah, if ye can break my covenant of the day, and my covenant of the night, and that there should not be day and night in their season, then may also my covenant be broken with David my servant, that he should not have a son to reign upon his throne, and with the Leviim the priests, my ministers. As the host of heaven cannot be numbered, neither the sand of the sea measured, so will I multiply the seed of David my servant, and the Leviim that minister unto me. Moreover, the word of Yahuah came to Yirmeyahu, saying, Consider you not what this people have spoken, saying, The two families which Yahuah has chosen, he has even cast them off? Thus they have despised my people, that they should be no more a nation before them. Thus says Yahuah, If my covenant be not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinances of heaven and earth, then will I cast away the seed of Yaakov, and David my servant, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, for I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them. Chapter 34. The word which came unto Yirmeyahu from Yahuah, when Nebuchadnezzar king of Babel, and all his army, and all the kingdoms of the earth of his dominion, and all the people, fought against Jerusalem, and against all the cities thereof, saying, Thus says Yahuah, the Elohai of Yashar'el, Go and speak to Tzidkiyahu king of Yehudah, and tell him, Thus says Yahuah, Behold, I will give this city into the hand of the king of Babel, and he shall burn it with fire, and you shall not escape out of his hand, but shall surely be taken and delivered into his hand. And your eyes shall behold the eyes of the king of Babel, and he shall speak with you, mouth to mouth, and you shall go to Babel. Yet hear the word of Yahuah, O Tzidkiyahu king of Yehudah. Thus says Yahuah of you, You shall not die by the sword, but you shall die in peace, and with the burnings of your fathers, the former kings who were before you. So shall they burn odors for you, and they will lament you, saying, Adon, for I have pronounced the word, says Yahuah. Then Yirmeyahu the prophet spoke all these words unto Tzidkiyahu king of Yehudah in Yerushalayim, when the king of Babel's army fought against Yerushalayim, against all the cities of Yehudah that were left, against Lachish and against Azekah, for these defense cities remained of the cities of Yehudah. This is the word that came unto Yirmeyahu from Yahuah, after that the king Tzidkiyahu had cut a covenant with all the people which were at Yerushalayim, to proclaim liberty unto them, that every man should let his manservant, and every man his maidservant, being an Ivri or an Ivriya, go free, that none should serve himself of them, to wit, of a Yehudi his brother. Now when all the princes and all the people which had entered into the covenant heard that every one should let his manservant, and every one his maidservant, go free, that none should serve themselves of them any more, then they obeyed and let them go. But afterward they turned and caused the servants and the handmaids, whom they had let go free, to return, and brought them into subjection for servants and for handmaids. Therefore the word of Yahuah came to Yirmeyahu from Yahuah, saying, Thus says Yahuah, the Elohai of Yashar'el, I cut a covenant with your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Mitzrayim, out of the house of bondmen, saying, At the end of 7 years let ye go every man his brother an Ivri, which has been sold unto you. And when he has served you 6 years, you shall let him go free from you. But your fathers hearkened not unto me, neither inclined their ear. And ye were now turned, and had done right in my sight, in proclaiming liberty, every man to his neighbor. And ye had cut a covenant before me in the house which is called by my name. But ye turned and polluted my name, and caused every man his servant, and every man his handmaid, whom ye had set at liberty at their pleasure, to return, and brought them into subjection, to be unto you for servants and for handmaids. Therefore thus says Yahuah, Ye have not hearkened unto me in proclaiming liberty, every one to his brother, and every man to his neighbor. Behold, I proclaim a liberty for you, says Yahuah, to the sword, to the pestilence, and to the famine. And I will make you to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. And I will give the men that have transgressed my covenant, which have not performed the words of the covenant which they had cut before me, when they cut the calf in two, and passed between the parts thereof, the princes of Yehudah, and the princes of Yerushalayim, the eunuchs, and the priests, and all the people of the land, which passed between the parts of the calf. I will even give them into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of them that seek their life, and their dead bodies shall be for meat unto the fowls of the heavens, and to the beasts of the earth. And Tzidkiyahu, king of Yehuda, and his princes will I give into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of them that seek their life, and into the hand of the king of Babel's army, which are gone up from you. Behold, I will command, says Yahuah, and cause them to return to this city, and they shall fight against it, and take it, and burn it with fire. And I will make the cities of Yehuda a desolation without an inhabitant. Chapter 35. The word which came unto Yirmeyahu from Yahuah in the days of Yahoiakim, the son of Yoshiyahu, king of Yehuda, saying, Go unto the house of the Rekhavim, and speak unto them, and bring them into the house of Yahuah, into one of the chambers, and give them wine to drink. Then I took Yaazanyahu, the son of Yirmeyahu, the son of Shavatztzanya, and his brethren, and all his sons, and the whole house of the Rekhavim, and I brought them into the house of Yahuah, into the chamber of the sons of Hanan, the son of Yigdalyahu, a man of Elohim, which was by the chamber of the princes, which was above the chamber of Maaseyahu, the son of Shallum, the guarder of the door. And I set before the sons of the house of the Rekhavim pots full of wine and cups, and I said unto them, Drink ye wine. But they said, We will drink no wine. For Yonadav, the son of Rekav, our father, commanded us, saying, Ye shall drink no wine, neither ye nor your sons forever, neither shall ye build house, nor sow seed, nor plant vineyard, nor have any. But all your days ye shall dwell in tents, that ye may live many days in the land where ye be strangers. Thus have we obeyed the voice of Yehonadav, the son of Rekav, our father, in all that he has charged us to drink no wine all our days, we, our women, our sons, nor our daughters, nor to build houses for us to dwell in. Neither have we vineyard, nor field, nor seed, but we have dwelt in tents, and have obeyed, and done according to all that Yonadav our father commanded us. But it came to pass, when Nebuchadnezzar king of Babel came up into the land, that we said, Come, and let us go to Jerusalem, for fear of the army of the Kasdim, and for fear of the army of the Arameim. So we dwell at Jerusalem. Then came the word of Yahuah unto Yirmeyahu, saying, Thus says Yahuah Sevaoth, the Elohai of Yashar'el, Go and tell the men of Yehudah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, Will ye not receive instruction to hearken to my words? Says Yahuah. The words of Yehonadav, the son of Rekav, that he commanded his sons not to drink wine, are performed. For unto this day they drink none but obey their father's commandment. Notwithstanding I have spoken unto you, rising early and speaking, but ye hearken not unto me. I have sent also unto you all my servants the prophets, rising up early and sending them, saying, Return ye now every man from his evil way, and amend your doings, and go not after other Elohim to serve them, and ye shall dwell in the land which I have given to you and to your fathers. But ye not inclined your ear, nor hearkened unto me. Because the sons of Yehonadav the son of Rekav have performed the commandment of their father, which he commanded them. But this people has not hearkened unto me. Therefore thus says Yahuah Elohai Tsevaoth, the Elohai of Yashar'el, Behold, I will bring upon Yehudah, and upon all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, all the evil that I have pronounced against them. Because I have spoken unto them, but they have not heard, and I have called unto them, but they have not answered. And Yirmeyahu said unto the house of the Rekhavim, Thus says Yahuah Tsevaoth, the Elohai of Yashar'el, because ye have obeyed the commandment of Yehonadav your father, and guarded all his precepts, and done according unto all that he has commanded you. Therefore thus says Yahuah Tsevaoth, the Elohai of Yashar'el, Yonadav the son of Rekav shall not want a man to stand before me forever.